Say hi to James. Made me an entrepreneur. Teaching me day after day after day till it all was a blur. Now he on tour, he can drop in your city tonight. Nevertheless, then coming in for the fight. Making that powerful statement, saying that you meant for greatness. Better be ready for absolute.
Good morning, Absolute Nation. I can't believe we're finally back together. This is going to be one of those episodes you say, thank you for putting this together. We talk about motivation that moves you. It's the mantra, it's the anthem of who we are and what we do. This is going to be the episode where you find out when we drop into your city, coming to your place, talking to you, pouring out our hearts, and communicating encouragement on a whole new level. Today, we're going to be bringing on a gentleman whose mission in life has been to provide people, veterans, and help them and help people just in general. But he built a community, and we're going to be able to go there to his resort and host an absolute motivation weekend. I'm talking about an event that you won't forget. But if you're anywhere near Atlanta, don't forget on October the 12th, I'll be coming to Atlanta. We're going to be hosting at the City Gate Church. It is already 90% full, they tell me. So I know there's not many seats left, but you can look it up on the International Christian Film Festival site. It's internationalcff.com. Tickets are free for that event. You don't want to miss it because we're going to be highlighting movies, producers, directors, all those things that are necessary. If you want to get a film on and do some of those great things, we'll be in Atlanta with that. But beyond the 12th, what really got me excited is that on November the 23rd, we will be coming to Loretta, Tennessee. When I say we're coming, I'm not just talking about myself. I'm talking about the incomparable Neil McDonough. That's right, Mr. Tulsa Season King 2 himself is coming. I'm talking about Larry Namer, the guy who founded E-Television is coming. Walt Whitman, the director of the Soul Children of Chicago. Mark Yesnig. Listen, the people that are coming are going to blow your mind. Even let me watch this. Let me just tell you this. If I started to name everyone that is coming, your mind would be blown. But Dave Austin's coming. I've got some of surprise guests. There'll be some people from the Absolute channel, people you've been listening to. All I can tell you is that you got to be able to be here. This will be motivation that will move you to another level. Without further ado, let me bring in my special guest today, William Guion. Welcome to Absolute Motivation.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
William, listen, I want to begin this way. Most people that bring on are everyone has been a huge success in life as an entrepreneur. So I want to begin a little bit about your story before we get into all the things that we're doing. You're hosting this absolute motivation gathering at your place, the Keystone Resort, which is a luxury, upscale, phenomenal 88 acres of amazing, magnificent. We're opening up the doors so that we can encourage lives, address the challenges that entrepreneurs face, and even open up opportunities, networking, you name it, at a whole new level with household names. What is it about that interests you? Why do you care so much about people's well-being, the direction they go in life? What's the motivation behind it?
Well, that's a great question. Uh, it's exciting to see people be able to achieve their goals, and maybe just a little part of it. So it's exciting all the way around. But one of the reasons we built this community, we started off as a 55 and older community, and
Mm.
we opened. Guess what? Right during COVID. So it sort of turned things around and upside down once we started marketing and getting things, trying to get things achieved along those lines. Um, I'm a, I'm in the healthcare industry. I have an administrator's license, and and we're in 2 different states. We're in Tennessee. We have 2 in Tennessee, located in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, and also Pulaski, Tennessee. Which in Pulaski, Tennessee, we are licensed through the Veterans Association, and we take care of
Wow.
a lot of veterans there at our place there in Pulaski. We also have one in Florence, Alabama, as well. And when we decided to build these, we wanted to go to a different level with them, and maybe and see about doing hospitality style also along with the healthcare style as well. So it's some institution, but what we wanted to do is make it and create it as a hospitality type community. Once you walked in the doors, it didn't remind you of institution, but reminded you maybe like a 5-star hotel walking into it, and all the amenities in our assisted living as well. And that brought me to
Wow.
the Keystone Resort side of building a large community for independent living, and there we had a couple opportunities in different cities to do this in, but had the opportunity to buy the property that was an existing golf course, and we was able to purchase around 80 some odd acres, and decided to build um, the Keystone Resort there. And
Mm.
what it consists of is a grand lobby when you walk in, a stone theater, which is capable of seating up to 300 to 600 people, depending on what style you go with, on dinner style. Also, unit apartment house, restaurant, bowling alley, 2-lane bowling alley, virtual golf, a bakery, restaurant. Um, we have a sports grill that's there as well, and outside pool, pickleball courts, putting greens that's there, and walking trails that surrounds
Wow.
those acreage. So there's a lot of things to do there once you come. So that's what we put in place there. And during the COVID era, a few years back, we started this project 2017 with the infrastructure, and building it out with architects and engineers, and started building 1 year later. It took us 2 years to build. We completed, opened. COVID was rampant at that time. Uh, Senior living sort of lost its spark during those times, because people wasn't able to come in. We was unable to market because you couldn't let people in, or people
That's
came
right.
in, but it was very limited on what you could do as far as the shows and things like that. So it took a little downturn with the senior living. So we decided to flip it and try to do a venue which has been successful in weddings and motivational seminars and things of that nature, and entertainment, musical entertainment. We are doing several shows this upcoming year, throughout the end of the year. We've made 2 movies there. One was Christmas at Keystone, and the other one was Wedding at Keystone. And so
Wow.
that gave us another avenue to search out, and to be able to show folks that's willing to do movies, and that's wanting to do movies. We're the perfect place for that.
That's awesome.
You
I think that's why maybe we're bringing in so many stars and with television, and we have so many amazing people that are top of the food chain. You can't get any higher than these. You got A-list actors, you have people, and we got directors and all those things that are coming in so that they can impact, encourage, and challenge people, give them the blueprint of how they can make it. I believe many will see your location, and we'll see many more films there. The fact that you were able to make a pivot or a shift, because you started off with one ideal in mind, but the way that God works, your plans and his plans are never the same. once you get on his plan, everything goes to plan. So when you realize that it wasn't going to just be a senior, said you weren't building that, you built a resort. How much did you, of your blood, sweat, and tears did you pour into this? And this is your legacy. What all that you poured into it? Talk about that.
Well, we started off with the acreage that was there and the blueprint. We just come up with it over the years. I did with the infrastructure of how in the world is this going to work of what we want to build here, and it grew as time went along. We added different things to it. The idea was there. My brother Jerry, he was the builder on that side and was very instrumental in helping me get this built and organized. He worked with me in the past 10 years and developing the assisted livings and helped me build those. He's a great builder and always have been. I used to tell a story that he was we used to share a bedroom together back when we was 10 years old. I was 10 and well, I guess I was about 8 and he was 12. He's 4 years older, and he wanted to get a bedroom for himself. So we had a desk in a room, so he drew out a plan to build an addition on the back. And my dad
Right.
was in the construction buildings and helped him do that. So he's always been very creative in building and things. So and design, and we always worked great together and had the same thoughts and all. But we started off with that and we decided, hey, I want to do a bowling alley down here. I don't know where to do it at. We was going to do storage buildings in the bottom area. So we took part of the storage buildings and did a bowling alley, 2-lane. It's legal type bowling alley to where you can have games and things like that on.
That's good.
So we did that and added that to it at the last minute. So there's a lot of things we added that wasn't actually in the plans when we started with it. So we just got
I
creative.
think that goes right into the idea that you make a plan and God opens up and gives you more. It reveals more.
Oh,
Your
exactly.
brother and you had different skill sets, but you were able to keep it in the family and build. How important? How would you say it's a 5-star location? Everything is top end and luxury. You committed wholly to build this first rate place so that people can do weddings. Name it. Everything that's hosted here is you poured everything in it to make it amazing.
Right. We went first class with it. It didn't take that much more to do that once the structure and stuff was built. And we just kept adding and decorating and which that's something that's in our blood. I guess we always loved to do that. My dad did that back in his day, and every time he needed something done, he put myself and Jerry out there to make sure that it was fulfilled. In the construction, we learn a lot just on the groundwork that way. And
Well,
so
I
it's
appreciate you telling me
right.
the background. Let me ask you this. People come on and they'll be listening. And though that this is going to be an amazing resort, and the fact that the owner has even made himself available even today, I appreciate that because. But for everyone that's trying to start their dream, and maybe they got stalled. For you, you had the pandemic. Maybe they've had their stall because of self-doubt, struggling with, do I leave my job? Do I fully lean into it? What advice do you have for entrepreneurs? Speak to them about being able to cross that bridge to go after
Uh,
your own dream.
just never give up. Just keep on after it because you're going to go through struggles. You're going to see things that happens, but the one thing that you have to have is you have to have faith, and you have to be a believer, and things will come together for you for sure if your heart is in the right way and you get yourself out of the way. And that's the way I look at things when we're building anything out there that we're doing. We've got to be out of the way and be willing to say, Lord, give us the strength to make this thing work. And usually it comes together. I mean, and if it doesn't at that time, the timing's just not right. But don't give up. Keep going after your dream, and it'll work for you.
Did you have a time, or would you mind telling a time of when you had yet another business or something that failed before you learned how to win? How did you handle the failures, and how did you handle the wins?
I think in business, it's timing. Timing's got a lot to do with things, and a lot of times it's God's timing. If you're a faith believing Christian and you want to achieve your goals out there, prayer is a big factor in this, and I do a lot of praying, and throughout it, not only for a business but for a family as well. So it's amazing that things that come together for you at a time when you think there's no hope, things happen, and it's endurance, and it's longevity. You continue doing what you believe in, and if you're doing the right things out there, God's going to bless you.
Man, I appreciate you sharing that with. We have we have we met at an event, the International Christian Film Festival, where you saw Neil McDonough get the Lifetime Achievement Award for all the movies he starred in, and he's shooting one now with $9 million budget. The fact that guys like that are coming here and get a chance to see Keystone, how important is it for young directors, people who want to be involved with the industry, to come learn from all these great people that we're bringing in on November 23rd?
Yeah, it's very important. I've always been a big believer in studying and research and things with entrepreneurs that's out there that's achieved a lot in life. I've been followers of several different folks out there that I can name. A lot of books that you can read. It's very, very important if you have an opportunity like this to come out to the Keystone Resort on November 23rd. You need to be there if you're serious about building a business, because here is an opportunity that doesn't come along too often. And I'm very fortunate that James has dedicated his time, his effort, in getting these folks that it's unbelievable that you have the opportunity to be around. Especially, I think we're doing a VIP
That's right.
session as well. That's very, very limited. So it's going to fill up very, very fast. It's going to fill up fast. So we need you to go ahead and start that today. Call in, and the website, the where you can go online to buy your tickets will be up today. We'll make sure of
Wow.
that.
Listen,
And
guys, you got to go get it. You got to get in there. When you're talking about access, I got to tell you, proximity is everything. If you want to run with winners, you got to be around winners. You can't become one and isolate yourself, because you don't even see your blind sides. You ever heard the saying, if you're the smartest one in the room, leave that room? You need to be in the room where you can grow. Larry Namer, the founder, the guy who created ETV, birthplace of where you saw the Kardashians, we won't hold that against them. But the growth and to see someone who started from nothing and how they built it. To take someone like Neil, who is a great actor, who was in Captain America and all those things, and have him there, is now producing movies, directing movies, and have access to him. You got guys like Darren Dunn. He started a company 4 years ago during the pandemic that was about travel. And then the pandemic kicks off and it destroyed it. But he pivoted and built a company to $120 million profit in 4 years. But he will talk about not just the growth of his company, but also the growth as a man that he went through, the anxiety he dealt with, and the stress and toll that all this can take. Success, people want it, but sometimes heavy is the head that has to wear the crown. And that's why it's so important to be able to understand how to navigate through those things in life and realize that the crown we need to handle it back to God. If you can't balance life, it's because we're out of balance. You have to get here and learn. I mean, I'm just highlighting some of the people. I said to you, William, we have Dr. Wilt Walt Whitman, who's featured in Forbes magazine. They have Grammys and they appear all over the place. They sing at all these massive places, and yet they're coming to your place. The resort is not only an attraction, it will be a destination. William and I will be putting together a series of events year after year, each one growing and developing people. It's about the impact. Sometimes the hardest thing to do is get a ticket to get in a place. Here, this is one you have to get. You need to go ahead and be a part of the VIP. Call, you can make a call right now and reserve your seat, reserve your ticket, get in. Later, you'll be able to go onto the line, go online later today and buy your tickets. I can't wait to watch people come and get in. William, let me ask you something. When people come in, what's the hospitality? What level of hospitality can they expect? How will the staff treat them?
Oh, the staff is we're 5-star on our Google reviews, which we need a whole lot more of those. And we appreciate everybody that has been with us and stayed with us, gives us great reviews. You know, when you walk into the place, is in the grand lobby, we call it. It's a gathering space where everyone gets together. There's a grand piano with music that's playing where everybody can gather around and enjoy the music until the doors are open for the Stone Theater, and then you'll gather in the Stone Theater, which you know, like I said before, which is up to around 300 dinner theater seats, to where you can sit and enjoy and entertainment of the nature that we're bringing, that James is bringing to us as well. But the atmosphere and the folks that's there is very, very friendly. The overnight stays that we have accommodations for, you will love that. Most people that says that they've come there and stayed, they said it's the best night's sleep they've ever had. So
Wow.
it's a good feeling to know that we're providing something for folks that's out there it's enjoyable. We have a lot of couples that comes out that just wants to do a retreat, overnight stays, and we got the folks that comes out that's on the standard that comes out every year for anniversaries. So it's a good thing, and we welcome that as well.
Listen, I'm going to put it this way. Keystone is the destination where you need your reservation. Make sure you get that ticket. Buy a ticket, come see the place, you'll stay. Any place that is willing to invest themselves and invest so much, William has poured himself into this as a way of being able to give back to people. They're caring, they do great things for veterans into healthcare, but really you're into the business of ministering to people. And your passion, your heart, and opening up a place where we can all grow, I want to thank you for that. Because most people only look at a bottom line where you're looking at the golden rule. What gave you that passion? What made you so passionate about your faith?
Well, you know, I become a Christian when I was in my that along those lines, things, and
Mm.
and I've seen opportunities that people have given me over the years, and I'm in today if it hasn't been for other family members, folks that's when going through struggles in life. But the main thing is that we wanted to do some things here that opened the door to fundraisers. You know, just different type fundraising that we give a lot back in that order for folks to come in and give them an opportunity to raise funds and all. We're just now beginning to do more of that since we've flipped from the senior living to the venue stage. So we would love to be able to help you on those lines if you're looking for a fundraiser. We have in-house, the food is great, excellent. So we can do everything that's there. We have a commercial kitchen that everything's in-house. All the things that we talked about, we have a 86,000 square foot building, everything under one
Wow.
roof. So once you go in, you don't have to get wet going to one place to the other. So everything's on the inside. We have a health and fitness center, we're a workout center that we're developing as we're going along, and it's going to get bigger as well. We're going to be bringing in a spa, which we have it part-time right now, but we're going to be doing it full-time here before long, and it's exciting for that. And we're working with local technical college that's going to be coming in
Wow.
and doing that. And we did their graduation a few weeks ago when they had 32 graduate, and the beauty, cosmetology, and top air that
Well, the fact that
spa.
you are willing to give other people the opportunity like that, I commend you for that. I realize that the greatest challenge we truly have is that most people just don't know where to go to get my start. They won't have that question after November 23rd. All you have to do is make your way to the Keystone Resort because it is there that we're bringing together some amazing people. There's a hypnotist that does a very funny, comedic, but encouraging show that will be wrapping up our event there. We're bringing in people. There's folks coming as far as Australia who are in films, looking to do films, coming to your place. I can't imagine us not touching so many lives, and there'll be ripples that go way into the future. But I'm so honored to have brought you on and talk about it. November the 23rd, guys. You don't want to miss this moment. We're going to be there at the Keystone Resort, 5-star, great place. You come, you're going to be like, hey, this is where weddings, family gatherings should be held because of a phenomenal leader and the staff that is there. They hold the bar high because they're trying to please God and serve you at the same time. William, I appreciate you coming on this morning and talking about it. Again, tell them they can come to your place, Keystone Resort, November the 23rd, where they can hear myself and all the other teammates that we're bringing for the phenomenal evening.
Yes, October 23rd. Don't miss it. It's going to be a great function. It's going to be one of the best functions we've ever had there. We've had several, but this is the greatest. So you don't want to miss it. It's going to be a lot of fun, and many more to come with James.
That's right.
And
November
it's going
23rd
to
will
be
be
a
the
lot
first,
of fun.
and then we're going crazy. If you think,
Yeah.
listen, I got to tell you this, man. I don't get hyped about a lot of things, but what moves me is when we start talking about how we can move you. You've been waiting, like, I want to be a speaker. I want to be able to get to the top of the game. How do you do it? The way I elevated wasn't traditional. I didn't go around barnstorming, begging for opportunities. What God did is He gave me an opportunity, and then He gave me a skill set, and He gave me a heart set, and then I got my mindset focused on serving people. Serving people will elevate you every time. And then the more that you serve people, the more people will come to you because it's not about you. This event is really not about any individual but you. You need to be in proximity. You've been waiting on an opportunity. Some of you have been waiting to be discovered. Others are waiting to be able to get on stages. If you want to do it, it's about being willing to go through the stages of development because everyone starts somewhere. And there is no such thing as a small beginning. It's the right beginning. Whether you come from poverty or whether you came from a great home, middle class, it doesn't matter. Everyone starts as a seedling. And then when you go through things in life, it prepares you to propel in life. If you want to go somewhere, you got to go through something. That development of character that it takes, because when doors open, you have to be the right person to go through the door. And the only way to do that is to learn. And when you can learn from people who have been there, you don't get opinions, you get expertise. We're bringing you the top of the food chain in every category. If you wanted to be a speaker, there is no one faster growing in America than we are here. I am honored that there are reports, they go up, you Google, and it says I'm the #4 speaker in the world. I never had a desire to be the best speaker in the world. My desire is to be the best speaker for the world. I was called into this, chosen into this, and so was William. He didn't go into hospitality because he was going looking to make money. He went into healthcare and taking care of people and evolved it into a resort so that people could go somewhere safe for their families, a place where your faith wouldn't be pushed aside but accepted and embraced, so that you could come and have the excellence that you need and deserve that you can find very few places across the course of the world. But since it's being brought to you, all you got to do is show up. I promise you, your life will be evolve, it will change. You will finally see that if you're a film director, you needed some of these relationships. Imagine being able to pitch to the founder of E an idea or concept, a documentary you've been waiting on. One of the biggest people to ever do documentaries on Netflix, their top person is coming. I got some surprises in store for you guys. We got Dylan Berry who's coming. He's got 29 platinum albums out. We have people who've done everything at the highest level. They score movie, composers, you name it. CEOs, billionaires, they're all coming so that they can talk to you. Larry Namer himself sold his business for $3 billion, and yet he's coming here because he wants to invest money into who you are. You know what that money is? It's the equity of his life. Some people think the biggest thing you could ever give you is money. That's not what you need. You need what money cannot buy. William, how beneficial is it to have people that can give you guidance, wisdom, and relationships over somebody just giving you money?
Oh, it's big time. It's something that doesn't have a price tag. It's unbelievable on what kind of information that, and not only it will build character for you, it will inspire you throughout the rest of your life just by being around them. Whether or not you even get to talk to them, just listen to them. It's going to inspire you for the rest of your life, guaranteed. It had me over the years, and I'm sure James can say the same thing. When you
That's
hear
right.
someone and just being around them, you can feel the difference already in your life. It makes a huge
Man,
difference.
man, all I've ever wanted, William, was the idea of somebody put me in the game. I wanted coaches to give me a chance. Put me in the game, coach. Give me a chance. Well, you're getting put in the game. You've been wanting to be able to develop. You wanted to get somewhere. You wanted to become someone. You got to get into this. If you're not there, you miss out. It is not a time to come get autographs. It's the time to sign your name beside theirs in the annals of time. How do I learn from them so I can earn from what I've learned? You've got to be in proximity. A full day of some of the top people in the world. You'll leave there, I promise you, encouraged, inspired. You will enjoy the place. You will have been in an atmosphere that is 5-star. Everything will be done with the level of, there'll be a red carpet laid out. You will be treated as the star you were born to be. There are no big eyes, little U's. When you come in, you'll be treated with dignity, honor, and love. There will be a spiritual atmosphere, a positive atmosphere, and people will leave out of there saying, this is probably one of the best investments I've ever made. And just so you know, William was insistent that we made this affordable for everyone. Just go ahead, make the phone call, get your seats, because you will never get it this cheap again. You know what it takes to be able to bring all these talents together? You think about the investment to build the facility, to be 5-star, the investment for to get people who are asking for $50,000, $200,000 an engagement and all these things. But they dropped those down because they came for relationships. Relationship is a revenue people often overlook. But if you have a relationship, it can do what revenue cannot. Get in while you can. You can't beat this. You got bowling alleys. You've got good food. You got good snacks there. William, are the snacks good?
They're great.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to be good.
Listen, when just from the pictures alone, William, I think I even saw you had a Rolls Royce at the
Yep.
front.
That's right. 1935 Rolls Royce. Beautiful car. We,
Wow.
we we use that in our wedding at Keystone movies. So it's going to be it is sitting right out front. So
So guys, we're going to have, you're talking about a place for selfies, pictures, all these things for the red carpet is going to be phenomenal. I want to say thank you, William, for coming on this morning. Not only just coming on, but I want to say this. Thank you for who you've become. Thank you for partnering with us at Absolute Motivation and Peak Performance so that we could gain people encouragement, to bring them experts, and the fact that we didn't go shoddy. We went and got the best of the best to come. And as God has always taught us this, the best is yet to come when we serve Him. Here, we're going to serve the people. William, thank you for coming on. Thank you for the opportunity to serve. We're doing many more, but you don't want to miss this one. November 23rd. And the owner is going to be there. It's not just, this is not just you rent a facility. No, he's there as well, engaged, connected. You have an opportunity like, hey, can we host something here? Can we bring, wedding? Can we shoot our movie here? He wants you to. He welcomes you. You got opportunity. Don't miss it. William, thanks for coming on. We'll see you soon.
thank you. Thank you very much.
Listen, guys, that opportunity that we're talking about is going to be life changing for many people. Some of the speakers that I have coming, you're going to be able to see the advertisement on the IG. You'll see it here. You're going to see the clips. If you wanted to be a speaker, man, there are moments that you can miss and there are moments you can't. You can keep going to speakers camps. You can pay people for the idea of something, or you can become a part of something. We have a school community where you can improve and work on your skill set. You have to develop. As much as you want to get on stage and say, I'm just me, you have to work on being a better version of you. The version you were a year ago will not work now. You have to evolve. You got to be futuristic. You got to make a quantum leap in your skill set. You got to make a quantum leap in how you communicate. You got to jump ahead and you can't even be thinking about January. You got to be thinking about 2 years from now because that's the impact you want to make. You want to change the future. And the only way to do that is you have to be around people who are pushing you beyond now. The word now, when as soon as you say now, is already in the past. Now, past. Now, past. You got to surpass thinking about now. You got to be able to move into what will be. If you can get there, you can change everything because you get the future is not waiting on you. The future is waiting on you to create it. You can create any atmosphere with your skill set, with your heart set, with your mindset. My good friends, Kelly Cardenas says, man, you got to get that vibe. You have to be able to understand that life is a flow and you got to be in flow. When we started talking, I started looking at the list of people. Who do we bring? And I said, I got to bring some CEOs who are uber successful because if they made 100 and some million, they did this at TikTok, they did this at Facebook. I'm talking about high level people I'm bringing in. I'm like, these directors, these are producers, these are actors, these are the top of Grammy winners. This one has 29 platinum. This one's a top of the shelf person here. This one scores movies. All of the lists I looked at and I said, man, this will be a powerful lineup, a panel of discussion. We got people who do documentaries that are next level, high level. And I'm going to be bringing them in, doing interviews before we ever get them there. And I promise you, when you hear them, see them, you'll thank me in advance. You see, absolute motivation is all about that. Providing you with resources and avenues and relationships. I am honored because a year and a half ago, this was never even in my mindset. I was working in a factory and had no idea what would take place. And today, I'm producing things that I never even imagined possible. And so I had the dream of the impossible and then go make that possible. Did I ever think that I'd be having a movie deal and movies be written about me? There's a release documentary that I'm in coming up next month. Everything that is happening has happened because I chased after my goals. You want to do what I do? You better come where I'm going. Go get a ticket now. Those that get VIP, you'll see you got special seating. It's not about meeting celebrities. You'll have that. It's about finding what's to celebrate in you. It's finding, engaging, getting the education, getting the relationship, forging in something that will advance what you've been trying to do. How close have you been to just if only you got a chance? How many times have you thought that? If only they opened the door, if only I got the opportunity. You don't have to if and wait and beg or cry. You can have it now. You can have it absolutely right now. You can go get it. You can pull it off the shelf and manifest all your dreams right now. The only thing that holds you back is your proximity. Get around the right ones. Man, stop going for these scams. It's like, you too can make six figures from stage. Come learn. We'll show you, put together a packet. Forget that. Pack a bag, show up, communicate. Let us learn who you are, and the doors can open. You got to invest in you. You've invested in everyone else. You can go to work, clock in, and do hours of years or months or decades for someone else, or you can take a moment and invest in you. It's time. The school community is absolutely free where you can learn and work on your skill set. There are modules you can unlock, how to use visual aids, how to develop yourself, how to do all those things. Those are really easily available. Some of you want to learn to write books and all those things. Even as we come together at this event, where will be books, a book signing, book sales, all of that will take place. We're going to make this an amazing event. Lives will change. Hearts will be elevated. Dreams will come into reality. If you want to join the team, you want to speak to nations, you want to speak to the world, then you'll join me. If you're near Atlanta, October the 12th, join us. International Christian Film Festival is hosting us. It's internationalcff.com. October the 22nd, the First Lady of Sierra Leone is coming, and we will be speaking together and addressing one of the biggest challenges the world faces, and that's to try to put an end to child sexual abuse. I am honored to be able to speak with world leaders about a subject so positive, so important to change, that we got to change the positive aspect. Let's go out and arrest folks, stop this, change this world. That's what I'm about. And that's why when I say don't miss it, you don't want to miss this. We've got 2,500 people already attending an event on October the 21st when I speak in Utah at the Echoes Theater. I follow up behind David Goggins. How did I go from the factory to being able to be on the same stages, speak in the same places, compensated the same way? Well, things changed because there was access to something great, proximity to something powerful. And everything that I'm offering, everything that I do, you can do. You just have to be in the crew. If you want to be a part of the family, write me, talk to me. Send me it. I'm still looking to add some people and give a chance of a lifetime to some speakers. You want to stand on stage, have a sizzle reel made with you actually doing something? Don't miss this moment. God bless you all. Thanks for tuning in. Master Chief, I'm out.
Say hi to James. Made me an entrepreneur. Teaching me day after day after day till it all was a blur. Now he on tour, he could drop in your city tonight. Never the Zen coming in for the fight. Making that powerful statement, saying that you meant for greatness. Better